Good day to you everyone and welcome back to Post Fashions. Our new subscribers, our old subscribers, thank you so much for your support and encouragement. And to our visitors, thanks so much as well. But we would like you to subscribe to this channel and become part of this family. Today we are dealing with how to cut and sew Ankara baggy trouser. In this tutorial, I'm going to give you a lot of tips that will make this Ankara baggy very easy for you to sew. So please make sure you watch till the end and don't skip any part of this tutorial. Also, if you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like this video and share for others to benefit from the video as well. So without wasting your time, let's proceed. The first thing we have to do is to mark out our hip divided by 32 at this upper side. There is our hip divided by 32. That's why our measurement will start. The full length is 42. So we are going to mark it here. Here is our 42. And we are going to connect them together. So after marking this, we are going to divide the hip by 4 and mark it out here. The hip is 44 divided by 4, that will give us 11. Here is our cross extension. And from this cross extension, we have to go up by 3. To get this, just divide your hip by 16. So from the crotch line, that's what we are going to mark upward. And to know the amount of fabric we have to fold, we are going to divide the hip by 4 plus 4. That is 44 divided by 4, 11 plus 4, that is 15. So that's what we have there. I've folded it already. The next thing is to determine our hip circumference. We are going to divide the hip by 4, which is 11 plus 1, that is 12 inch. So we are going to mark it this way. So here is it. Let's move directly. So just connect here on the hip line, go out by ½ inch, then you connect to the top. This one is with elastic band, so we have to note that. The next thing is to mark out our knee length. The knee length we are making use of is 21. So here is our 21 inches. So we're going to mark it across 21 inches. Here we are going to find out, look for the midpoint. We are going to mark out the midpoint of 15, which is 7.5. So we are going to mark the 7.5 here as well. Then we are going to transfer it downward, 7.5. So here is our 7.5. On this, our knee length, we are going to go in by 1 inch. Here, then here as well, we go in by 1 inch. So we are going to connect it like 6. Then also connect it downward. Also connect it like this. The thing is very simple. Now for the waist, we are making use of elastic band. So we are going to make use of our hip measurements for the thing to go through the hip. The hip is 44 inches, so we are going to divide our hip by 4, which is 11. So here is our 11 inches. Then we are going to connect it to the hip line. Here is our hip line, so we connect it to the hip line. The thing is very simple, and here we are going to connect it upward. That's it. So the next thing for us is to cut it out. So here's our front part. We are going to use this one now to cut out the back part. Now to the back part, here is our front piece being laid on our fabric. And to know how to fold this one, on the side, we are going to measure 2 inches. This is going to be for the side joining, and on that crotch extension area as well, we are going to mark 2 inches. That is how to calculate the back folding. So now let's mark our necessary measurements. On the side here, we are going to mark 2 inches. So this is going to be for our side joining. So we are going to mark it through. So that is our side joining allowance. After that, let's calculate our hip measurement. The hip measurement is 44 divided by 4. That gives us 11. So yes, this is where we have our 11. So from here now, we are going to measure another 11 inches to give us that our 44. But with this method, our joining, side joining, the center hip joining would be half inch. So let's mark out our. So that's why we're going to have our hip measurement. If you notice, we added back extension of 3 inches. So if you are used to my training, you will know how to calculate this and why we have this. With this back extension, this trouser will sit very well at the back of our client. So we get this one through by dividing our hip by 16. That's how to get this hip height. That is how to get our back height. So we are going to connect it to this line. This is where we have our front line extension. So we are going to connect this one to this place. So this is it. After that, we are going to mark out the 2 inches here for the extension. Then on the hip line, we are going to mark 1 inch. So we are going to connect it then to this upper side. That is it. So also we are going to connect this one to this place. Then trace this front side out. So that's our back line. The next thing for us now is to cut it out. we are done with our trouser. We are done with our baggy trouser. So for the pockets, for the side pockets, I'm going to come down by 7 inches. Then here will be 2 inches. So this is going to be 7 inches by 2 inches. So that is it. Now let me show you how to join it together. If you have any question, please make sure you ask in the comment section below. I would like to have your comments, and also share this video and give us likes if you like the tutorial. Back to the sewing aspect, but before we proceed, this is the cargo pocket, and on this channel we have a video or a tutorial on how to make this simple cargo pocket. So in order not to waste our time, please make sure you watch the video. I will put the links to the cargo pocket tutorial in the description below, or at the end of this video I'm going to put the link to how to make this cargo pocket as well at the end of this video. So let's proceed. Now here is our pocket. So this is 6.5 folded into 2 by 13 inches. And also here is our band. We'll come back to it later. And here is our elastic. But to the pockets now, we've already marked our pocket area, which is 2 inches by 7 inches. So this is how to go about it. You are going to place your pocket wrong side, facing wrong side. So you place it on it this way, because we have a slant or slopey area at the other upper area. So that's why the thing is like this. So you are going to just stitch. You are going to stitch from this edge, this 2 inches mark, to ½ inches away from this 7 inches mark. So this is how you are going to do it. So let's quickly do it. Then you can see we have SS here. We have SS here. So we are going to trim it as well. So from here to the 7 inches, but ½ inch away from the mouth. So here is it after joining it. But make sure your line is straight. Then we are going to trim the SS here. You are going to notch this place. Do not cut beyond your stitches. So then you spread it this way, flip the SS over your pocket, fold it inward, then you sew this in, then you sew it down onto the pocket. So I'm done. So the next thing, fold your pocket under the body. We are going to stitch on this edge. So when you are done stitching on the edge, fold the pocket this way. You fold it in this way. So you are going to pick the edge here. Then you are going to sew. Let me trim it for you to see. You are going to notch it here. That's 1 inch from the first notch. Then so you are now going to sew ½ inch to this second notch. After stitching it, this is what we have. So you will just turn it like this. If you like, you can stop stitch on this place, on the edge. Then you have your pocket. Here is it. You are going to tag this place down. Also tag this place down. After tacking it down, you measure your 2 inches. Then you trim off the excess. So we are done with the pocket. Now we are going to place our back side facing the right side. That is right side facing right side. Then you are going to sew it down. Back. So we are going to trim this. So after joining my back to the front, I also stop stitch the back onto the front side. So the next thing now is to attach a cargo pocket. Don't forget, make sure you check the description box below for the cargo pocket tutorials link. Our band is going to be 2.5 quarter. It's going to be 2.5 quarter. So I'm going to minus it from the length. Also, you are going to consider the joining allowance here, which is ½ inch. So I'm going to place my 2.5 quarter on the ½ inch line. Then I'm going to measure 11 inches downward. So, and I'm going to repeat same on the other side. Then I'm going to place the cargo pocket. So now you can see we are done fixing our side pocket, also our cargo pocket. So make sure you watch how to make this simple cargo pocket. So the next thing we are going to do now is to close the inseam of our trouser this way. We are going to close this side and also close the second side. So now we are going to close, we are going to join both sides together from the crotch line. So we are going to join it around. So we are done closing the waist of the trouser now. Now back to our band. Like I said, the band is our hip circumference, then the height is 5. So we are going to join this place. After closing this edge, we are going to fold this way into 2. You can see. So we are going to fold it into 2 this way. And here is the deal. From the closed edge, mark half 1/8. So we are going to sew it round. From the starting point, we are going to stop 3 inches away from the starting point. So after finishing with the first sewing, you are going to mark another ½ quarter. Then you are going to start from the same point and also stop 3 inches to the starting point. That is the second stitches. Then you are going to measure another ½ Then you are going to sew again and also stop 3 inches away from the starting point. So now we are done with the channel stitching. The next thing, we are going to join our band onto the trouser. We are going to start where we start the channel line and also stop where we stop the channel line. After done making a channel, before I forget, on the front side of this band, I make a hole here. Aside from the channel, there's a hole here. So this hole is where we are going to pass our rope through, and this hole side is going to be on the center of the trouser this way. So we are going to sew round. So make sure the hole is on the center of the trouser. So we are going to sew it round and leaving the space to pass in our elastic. Let's proceed. You can see how perfect the waistband is. So this is how to have best elastic waistband with rope.